The Zevo likes to talk about life while he's shooting people in the face. The Zevo.
What is going on, everybody? It's Lazevo here. I'm back, at least for now, while the lights are on. I want to tell you guys what happened to me over this past weekend. It was craziness. It was absolute craziness. I was sitting here Friday evening after work, so it's like 6:30. I'm about to jump on a game of League of Legends with my boy Will, Mr. Carmine, and I select my guy. We get in the game. All of a sudden, I start hearing rain. I was like, it was just sunny. Now it's raining. And so I didn't think much of it. You know, you just hear rain hitting the roof, that kind of thing. And then it started getting harder, and it rained harder. And I was like, wow, it's really raining. And then people started complaining because my TeamSpeak mic started picking up all the background noise. You know, there's like the little slider cutoff where you can kind of, it won't pick up the ambient noise, but it started picking it up because it was so loud. And I was like, wow. And I opened the blinds to look outside in my office, you know, where I do my game in here. And I see just rain moving completely sideways. It was just flying sideways. And then I could hear the wind whipping. And I was like, wow, it is really windy. And I'm looking at it like, this might be the windiest I've ever seen it outside, at least in my house. And so I started thinking, maybe I should go to the basement. Like, I don't hear the tornado siren, but it pretty much looked like I was in a tornado. I was like, man, I'm gonna go look outside. Which is probably not the thing you should do in a tornado. But I was like, I'm going to open the front door and look outside. So I go to the front door and I crack it. And like, as soon as I cracked it, it almost blew open. I was like, oh shit. And I started like pushing it closed, rain's flying in through the screen door. I was like, whoa. And I got it closed and locked it. I'm like, I'm going to the basement. And right as I had that thought, I had been hearing thunder kind of booming all around me. And I hear this boom. And then I felt the house shake. And I just booked it. I'm like, come on, Hazel, that's my dog. I was like, let's go. And I ran to the basement, and I was down there maybe five minutes or so, and then this little pocket of storm clouds passed us, and I could see the sun again. I was like, holy shit, that was crazy. I come outside, or I come upstairs, and I can hear outside a bunch of my neighbors talking. I kind of peek out the front window. I notice about, 10 people or so standing in my front lawn, and I can hear them talking. I open the door, and there is a giant tree branch that has fallen off of my neighbor's tree and hit my house. It hit the corner of my house. You don't believe me? Check out this picture. Isn't that crazy? This is nuts, right? This giant tree branch just fell down out of my neighbor's tree, took out, I say took out, but it took out my gutter, or at least did pretty good damage to the gutter, a little bit of damage to the siding. Luckily, it didn't go through the roof or anything. It didn't take out a wall, thank God. But I was sitting here and it was just absolutely crazy looking at this branch. I was like, that's nuts. It demolished my neighbor's fence, and then I start looking around. I look down the street behind me, another giant branch off of my neighbor down the street. His tree just barely missed his house. That came down, and then I looked down the side street, and some guy down the side street had parked his brand new Corvette out in front of his house, and this whole tree came down. It was blocking the whole side street, and it missed his Corvette by maybe 2 feet. I was like, wow, that was pretty lucky. So I was in the middle of some kind of giant storm. They said gusts or wind was over 45 miles an hour. When I looked outside, I was going to guess that it was around 75 miles an hour. At least it was gusting. I mean, it was probably the windiest I've ever seen it. It was enough to scare me, that's for damn sure. And so then during the course of that, we lost power. So, of course, my League of Legends game drops. And the power proceeded to be out for the next 3 days. It didn't come on again until Monday at noon. So I was like sitting in my house with nothing to do. I had I was trying to entertain myself. Luckily, it wasn't that hot. I can't stand the heat. I don't know. That's something that bothers me so bad. Especially in Michigan, we get all this humidity, but I can't stand the heat. I love my AC. I do. My girlfriend gets mad at me because she doesn't. She's always leaving it off. I'm an AC kind of guy. I don't like to be sticky. I don't like to be hot. And so, luckily, it was cool enough where you could open the windows and still sleep at night, that kind of thing. But, but it was boring. It's so boring without power. I don't know. I don't know how they did it back in the day. You know, I was sitting by candlelight. I'm playing solitaire, which, by the way, first game I played, dominated it, got a win. I almost didn't want to play again. And then I'm like, what else can I do? I was like, oh yeah, my daughter's got these 100-piece Disney puzzles. I'm gonna put those together. So I put together 300-piece Disney puzzles, and just trying to entertain myself by candlelight. It was really pissing me off because every night they said, oh, the power's gonna be back on by 11:30 Friday night. Oh, now it's 11:30 Saturday night. Oh, now it's 11:30 Sunday night. I was like, what good is a power restoration estimate if you're not going to follow it at all? If you're just going to be like, yeah, maybe tomorrow night. No, not tonight. Maybe tomorrow night. Maybe the next night. It was so frustrating. I was like, don't even give somebody a date, or give me Monday. Don't give me the home run date. I don't need to know if everything goes absolutely perfect when I'll have power back. Give me the actual date. I hate that. I hate that at work too. People giving you false dates. I don't know. They're like, oh yeah, I'll have that to you tomorrow. Well, don't tell me tomorrow if it's not actually going to be tomorrow. I don't know. Pisses me off. But anyway, that's what I was dealing with. I wasn't able to do any gaming at all, which kind of sucks because it was one of my off weekends with my daughter. So that's typically when I like to really sit down with my boys and do some gaming, and just wasn't able to happen. So I don't know. It was crazy. A little bit of damage to the house. It's not enough to really make an insurance claim, so I'm gonna have to just figure out how to get things, buttoned up, repaired. For now, I'm just gonna like bend the gutter back and do my best here. But really unlucky, and just a kind of a really shitty weekend in terms of gaming and in terms of what happened to the house. Nice little teleport by Harley there at the end, but anyway, just wanted to tell you guys the story because it was nuts. That's where I've been, and that's why I haven't been posting videos for like a week. It's been crazy around here. Nuts. Weather's crazy. Talk to you later.